Cats are sleeping in the sun. I stay here the colours cause sunlight patterns touch the wall. Red kerchiefs sail and fall. Cats are sleeping in the sun. Well, hi there pluckers, Ivor Sawfingers back with you again for hopefully what will be another interesting lesson. This is a very old song from Donovan, from his very early album, the Fairy Tales album, and a song called Summer Day Reflection Song. Okay, so I'm in standard tuning, but I do have a capo on the 3rd fret, okay, which we're playing it in the same key as it's recorded on the Fairy Tale album, which is in the actual key of C, okay, but the actual chords, because we're using the capo on the 3rd fret, the two chords, there's only two chords in the song. That's this one, this is an A sus2 shape, that's an A chord without the pinky taken off, so you've got the 2nd string open, the B string is open, okay, it's like 5 downwards, A sus2 shape. And then we've got a basic G, which is, I'm not sure the shape, although I'm only actually using these two fingers on the 5th string and the 6th string. We're not using the pinky, or if you're doing it like that, it's these two fingers. We're using the 1st and 2nd fingers. Okay, so so in the actual song, it's basically the key of the song being C. It's a C sus2 and a B flat. Okay, but because we've got the capo on, we're doing it relative to the capo, so it's an A sus2 and a G. Okay, now there's only the two shape, but there's actually three finger picking bits in it. Okay, so I have done a tab sheet which I shall put a link to in my description box underneath this video, and you'll be able to download it or view this tab sheet. Okay, hopefully it'll make sense to you. Say it's my finger picking is very basic. I tend to use my thumb and my 1st finger, so if you're used to finger picking, you probably use different fingers, 2 or 3 fingers maybe. Okay, so starting off with the 1st phrase, okay, which is this. Okay, that's the 1st phrase. So what am I doing there? So I'm holding this A sus2, fretting the A sus2 like this, 2nd on the 4th, 2nd on the 3rd, okay, from the capo. And we're starting off, the way I play it is to hit the A string, the 5th string open. I'm using my thumb for that. And then I'm plucking the 2nd fret on the 4th string with the open 2nd string together, and I'm using my thumb and 1st finger for that, but you must use whatever fingers you get comfortable with. Okay, so it's the right A string open, and then these two strings together, the 4th and the 2nd together. Okay, then what we do, we hit the A string, 5th string open again with the thumb. So we go, and then we pluck the, again still keeping the A sus2 shape there, we play the 3rd string and the 4th string, one after the other, 3rd string followed by the 4th string. Okay, so you got, so open A string, 4th and 2nd together, 5th string again on its own, then the 3rd string on its own, and the 4th string on its own, and you just repeat that whole sequence, so you end up with okay, and obviously you play it on the record, he plays it fairly quick. Okay, it's quite rapid, so it's a, got the idea. That's the 1st phrase. Okay, 2nd phrase is a partial G chord, very simple. It's basically, you play a bottom E string open with your thumb and hammer up to the 3rd fret from the capo, like that, okay? Then you play the 4th string followed by the 3rd string, both strings open, the fourth string open and the third string open, okay? So you got that. And the third phrase, again, it's very simple. Again, it's based on the G shape. It's an open A string hammering to the second fret. And again, you play the fourth string open and the third string open. So you got. So the two bits on the G chord are. So you put those three together, you got. Okay, and that's the basics of the song. Okay, so you know, I think on some of the versions I've heard him play, he starts off with the whole sequence, the three bits together, 4 times, like so it starts off with it for the intro, like. Sorry, let's do it again. And he goes back to the A sus2 and does that 3 times. And on the 4th time he comes in with the singing, okay? So it's 3 times. Cat a sleeping in the sun, I sleep he the colours call, sunlight patterns touch the wall, red kerchiefs sail and fall, cats are sleeping in the sun. Dragon kite in the sky, wheels and turns, spin and fly, attacked by rooks and never fail to cry the sound of fairy tales. Cats that are walking in the sun. Got the idea? My saying, I'm no expert finger picker, but trying to sing this and play it is quite difficult, I find, for myself anyway. But that's basically it. There's basically 6 verses in the song. Okay, so it's the same to play. Every verse is the same to play. It's just different words. Okay, now there is, on the actual recorded version for the Fairy Tale album, there is a second guitar that plays some lead lines in between some of the verses. Okay, now someone asked me about those lead lines quite a few years ago now, and I have made a lesson on those lead bits, just the lead bits. So if you've got a second guitarist with you, you could refer to that other video that I've made a long time ago, which contains all the lead licks. Okay, so hopefully that made sense to you. Okay, and you'll have some fun with that. I certainly have, trying to sing it and play it at the same time. Well, don't forget, thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next lesson. Bye for now.